I see a silhouette. As I looked again, I realized this figure wasn't moving. I couldn't quite make out the face. And just as I was thinking, who is that? There was another flash of lightning. It was not my father. It was a skeleton. He was literally this far away from me. He had chainmail on, his clothes were all tattered and they were blowing in the wind, and in one of his hands he was carrying an old spear, and I'm freaking out. I'm scrambling for the door. I managed to find the door handle, and I flung open the door, and I ran out through that courtyard in the rain. Now I'm not even sure my bearings because I'm so terrified I don't really know which door. There's several doors in the courtyard. I pick one where I can see some candlelight through a window, and I just sprinted, screaming for help. And I find my father and the parents of the kids I was playing with. They're completely stupefied by my presence there. I'm soaking wet. I'm totally inconsolable. And I couldn't even explain to them. I couldn't even get my breath. My father, he wanted to take me back to my room, and I remember saying, no, there's no way. I don't care where you put me. I am not going back there. I knew the meaning of absolute fear. And I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it. I told my father the next day, I told him what happened. I told him what I saw, and he kind of laughed it off. He said, no, you were scared, you fell asleep, and you probably just dreamt it. And everybody kind of just laughed it off like it was no big deal. And I remember thinking, you didn't see what I saw. To this day, I wish I hadn't seen what I saw. 15, 20 years later, in Encyclopedia Britannica, I looked up what battles had taken place in this particular castle where I was staying. And I found out that a very famous battle had taken place there. The Battle of Rio Salado. And it took place in the late 14th century. Hundreds and hundreds of lives were lost. This fellow had obviously died in this battle. His spirit never left. It was trapped in that environment forever. And that's the only way I can figure it out. That event definitely formed me. Whenever I hear someone tell me a story of an event that happened to them that involves something supernatural, I'm not skeptical anymore.